You are listening to the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. I'm your host, Safan. This is a Real American Patriot channel for Real American Patriot. If you're not a patriot, please exit the channel. And on that note, transmission will begin momentarily. How you guys doing? This is the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. My name is Safan. In this episode, I want to talk about what happened recently. Yesterday, I hadn't got a chance to report it. It's about the ban on Huawei. You know Huawei? I've been talking a lot of smack about China for the past week now on how unfair, unethical their practice is when it comes to trade and export, import, and all that stuff, right? Well, it just came out that Google finally banning support for all Huawei phone. You don't know Huawei? Huawei is a state-run corporation in China. That doesn't make sense, right? How do a communist country have a corporation? I don't understand that, right? Well, that's what it is. Huawei is a corporation run by China, and it's a Chinese phone technology company, right? And recently, Google has banned Huawei from using any of their apps. Any new phones that produced by Huawei is not going to be imported or cannot use any Google app or cannot be sold in America. And the American dealers, American processors, and technology firm cannot sell any parts to Huawei. So anything Huawei, if they want to improve their technology, they have to build everything in-house. But the thing with Android is an open source platform. That means anybody could use it, even the communist Chinese. That's the suck thing about it. But the thing is, they cannot use service like Marketplace or video or Google Music or YouTube or any software like that. That's why, because of the American ban on any export of a Huawei phone, Google's have been forced not to support these stuff. And I want to read you this article of who's gonna hurt the most from this, right? But let me put it up for you. Who's gonna feel this the most? And I think America's not gonna feel this because America have a lot of phone to choose from besides Huawei. Huawei is a crappy phone. I don't really like Huawei. All right, I don't buy Chinese crap. All right, but let's put this up. Okay, is a report by Fortune magazine say where Google's ban will hurt Huawei the most. All right, in my opinion, Huawei gonna be hurt the most. Cause the thing is with Huawei, they produce a lot of phone. They put out a lot of phone out there. They manufacture, put out. The thing with manufacturing, the more you put out, the more you reduce the price because you have a lot of surplus about it. That's why Huawei phones are so cheap because they mass produce it so much. All right, when a lot of things is mass produced so much and there's a lot of surplus, of course it's gonna be cheaper. That's how the market works. That's how economy works. All right. When there's a lot of supply, they have to mark it down. That's the reason why Huawei is the second largest telecommunication device out there, right? China next to, I think, Apple or Samsung, one of those two. Let's read the article. Who want an Android phone without the familiar Google service that comes with it? Huawei may be about to find out. The first report from Reuters, Google will no longer supply Huawei with updates to Android and also let Chinese company keep offering phones with Google apps on them, such as Google Mail, Google Maps, YouTube, and Google Play Store. The move followed Trump administration backlist of the company over support of security issues. That's the thing. If you don't know Huawei and the Chinese government, they've been implementing a lot of spyware, spy tactics, spying on the American public, right? Not only the cell phone is doing the spying on us, but servers, right? You know, computer servers, that big rack and stuff, it's been recently found out. Recently, I think last year or a couple of months ago, that Chinese that manufacture all these server boards for Google's or this Cisco system and all these network system, they've been putting microchips in the server that nobody can't find out. And within that microchip, it sends data to the Chinese government of how things work. All right. Because of that, that's why there's this risk of spying. There's been a lot of examples that the Chinese government been spying on the American public. And the American company be stealing intellectual property and not playing fair by the book. All right? Like I said this before, we need to stop making any business tie with China, cut them off with the World Trade Organization, cut off in trade period, cut them off, do a sanction. That's the only thing they will learn. All right? Trump You need to do this. You need to cut Chinese from the WTO from trading with American and produce everything in America. All right. But let's continue. It doesn't mean Huawei can no longer use Android at all. The operating system is open source, allowing anyone to use their device. Google security updates should still make it through the Huawei phone, as they are distributed through Android open source project, albeit a bit more slowly than when Google provide them directly to manufacturer. Google will continue protecting existing Huawei phone for the malware an attacker might be trying to sneak through the Play Store. All right, but assuming the ban holds, it doesn't mean Huawei will from now on be blocked from offering Android users the apps and store Google services most of them take for granted. All right. See, the thing is, look, they banned Huawei from doing in America, right? But that necessarily people could still gain access to Huawei phone. There's you can get it from the black market. You can order on eBay. The site is just big carriers won't have to carry it, like AT&T, Verizon. They won't carry Huawei phones, all right? But in Huawei native China is now such a problem because Google servers are blocked there anyway, and people are used to local alternative. But elsewhere, this is a complete disaster for the firm. Europe market. The global level Huawei has become a second biggest phone maker behind Samsung, another Android phone firm, and ahead of Apple. Until last week, Huawei have arguably tracked to become the top dog, thanks to the success of 3 markets, China, Europe, and Africa. Right? In Europe alone, Huawei shipped 13.3 million phones. That's why it's so cheap. They manufacture so many phones. In the last quarter of 2018, which was up more than 55% in year-to-year term. European second biggest market, but it's also a big growth market for certain Chinese rivals, such as Xiaomi, and offered decent performance headsets and low price, according to Carolina Malansnesi, a tech analyst, market researcher, creative strategist. This rival who now have golden opportunity to seize more than the market. Huawei said a couple of months back that it has backup system ready to develop. In a Google Android no longer being an option, perhaps that this is a moment where major rival of Android finally appeared, birthed it out of necessity. It's not gonna happen. There's a lot of software out there to try. See, the thing with Android is it's been entrenched in the consciousness, the global consciousness for a long time. It's gonna be hard for people to transition from that. All right? Look at Windows Phone. They hadn't achieved anything. Look at Palm OS. That died out. Web OS. Look at Symbian. That died out. Look at RIM. Right? That died out. You have to entrench it from the beginning. The introduction of smartphone was introduced like what? 2008, 2007, right? These operating system, the way it works, right? Not people gonna pick it up. I'm telling you, it's gonna be clunky. Like everything else China invented, is gonna be clunky. But the new operating system, Google Free Android, would be very tough to sell to consumers who are used to find Google Mail and YouTube in their phones. Exactly, that's what I said. They're entrenched. The global consumers are entrenched with Google ecosystem, as well as those who are accustomed to using other Android app and other through Google Play Store. Right? Not only that, they have to compete with iOS. The new operating system and the new App Store could be, in theory, a similar experience, but it would take years to get apps. Of course, who would want to go to a newly developed platform? Because for a company, a app company, they want to make the app more accessible to the masses as possible. And who have the masses? Google right now. Google have a lot of access to a lot of people and a lot of phones. Right? Not everybody can have this new operating system because it's gonna be hard to persuade companies to put their app into the Huawei App Store. It's stupid. Right now, they're busy building an app for iPhone and Android phone that have proven customer base. So far, European African consumer who might have been considered Huawei devices, it's far simpler just to pick up a Xiaomi, a Nokia Android phone, and the same low-medium price point. Of course, the software question become irrelevant irrelevant if Huawei is unable to make phone at all due to the lack of parts, with chipsets such as Qualcomm also having stopped supplies to Huawei. Again, due to U.S. Commerce Department requirement, will manufacture remain option? See that they have to manufacture their own. See, they mentioned that they're developing their own processor and all that stuff too. How are you gonna do that? I mean, are you a processor factory? All right. I don't think Huawei are able to do that. I mean, this is a Chinese company we're talking about. It's all clunky. All right. They have no. I haven't seen any track records of them making decent chipset. You know, there's no track record of them making a chipset at all. So how would they know this chipset that they come out with will be improved? Right? Qualcomm been making chipsets for a while, so they're good at it. Intel, AMD. All right, these are not Chinese companies. These are outside companies, so they're not allowed to sell to Huawei. Chinese domestic semiconductors industry is too young to sell for American imports, which is why U.S. previous ban on exports ZTE, another big Chinese telecom firm, will sunk that company, of course. And right now, what China is doing, they try to organize their natural resources, right? Their precious metal resources, the reservoir, the quarry, right? Right now, they're doing something with it. And I don't know what they're doing right now, but I'll figure out what they're trying to do. But right now, Xi Jinping just mentioned something about it, that they're trying not to sell it to anybody else, try to keep all their precious metal to themselves. But I digress. Let's finish this. In the end, ZTE was rescued by President Trump, who a year ago broke the deal with Beijing to save jobs in the company by lifting its component ban. Huawei now finds itself just as much as Trump mercy as ZTE was, and if it can't win this, win his reprieve soon, its ambition to lead the global mobile market are at stone dead. All right. Huawei. People need to stop buying that crappy phone, man. They got the P1. Like, I don't care what phone I have. My phone, all I need really do is just to call in, to call out. I don't need all these extra stuff. All right. And to make matters worse, like the article said earlier, all right, people are entrenched to the Google ecosystem, which means YouTube, all right, Google Map, Play Store. All right, so it's getting hard for people to transition to a different ecosystem. All right, when Samsung came out with their own manipulated version of what's that? Android, it's harder for people to get used to it. But now people are start to get used to it now. All right, look at WebOS. People didn't get used to it. All right, but Google been out there for years and years, improving upon improving. They are improved the ecosystem, so people are used to using the Google thing, all right, the Google apps and stuff, right? But Huawei, don't do it. Don't buy ZTE. Don't buy Huawei. Don't buy any Chinese company stuff. Don't buy Chinese car. Don't buy Chinese stuff. All right. When you look at it, 75% of the things that are exported to Walmart, Target, right? All these big chain. What else? Costco, most of them are made in China. All right, 70 to 80% of the stuff that they bring in are made in China. We need to stop buying all these Chinese crap. All right, we need to stop them. We need to hurt them. We need to cut them from World Trade Organization. I said this before. We need to cut them from the WTO. All right, because they're taking. Why do you think there's a lot of rich Chinese people out there right now? Why? Because they're leeching off the American success, American wealth. That's what it is. Why do you think there's so many crazy rich Asian people out right now? Right? Because they make so much money on the back of the American people. All right? That's why they made a movie, Crazy Rich Asian. I never seen that movie. That movie looked horrible. I would never try to see that movie. All right? But going back to my point, all right? We need to stop buying Chinese crap. Buy Americans. Made in America. All right, I'm willing to pay a little bit more for American-made product. To be honest, I think American-made product is quality. When you look at Chinese crap, it's low quality. It's disposable. That's what it is. and it give you health defect, all these lead, lace, and stuff. Oh, man, asbestos, right? American made item are usually high quality. I mean, I can't say for the cars, but anything else is high quality, in my opinion. That's what I think. I mean, you might have your own reserve opinion, but yeah, going back to what I'm saying, stop buying Chinese product, right? And I think Donald Trump is doing the right thing. Just cut Huawei off, ban all this stuff, and Xi Jinping, you could suck it. I don't care, man. You Winnie the Pooh looking fat Chinese man. All right, I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying to hold back right now. All right, I know cursing is not a good thing. I'm trying to hold back. We don't need to deal with the Chinese. Don't even deal with the Chinese government. They want to say they're communism, but they're using capitalism as well. Like, you can't pick one side. Either communism or capitalism. I think they're liars. I think they use communism as the front. They're totalitarian. They're neither communism or capitalism. They're totalitarian. Government rules, police state. That's what they are, a surveillance state. All right? It's not communism anymore. It's government controlled. That's what the people in China don't understand. But I digress. All right? I just want to let you guys know, because of what I'm saying, Google decided not to monitor my channel. All right? Because of that, I'm not bound by any outside interference. All right? That means I'm unscripted, unrehearsed, unedited. I mean, I can say anything I want. All right? And you like what I do, and you want to support me, please like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, subscribe. But when you subscribe, it shows me that people are actually watching my channel, and it encourages me to make more content so I can reach out to the masses. The point of this channel is anti-communism, anti-socialism. Don't vote for Democrats. Right? Anti-globalism. That's the point of this channel. And I want to wake America up, bring them back to reality. And if you think what I'm doing is a good cause, please like, share, and subscribe. And I know your time is precious, and I don't want to waste any of your time. All right? So on that note, guys, thank you for listening. This is the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. My name is Fawn. Follow me on Twitter and get.ai. And as of that, I'm signing out. Peace.